Hi guys, it's Joe again, and it's Sunday night. Jets are winning over Pittsburgh 5-1. So they're trying to come back, but Jets, go Jets, yay. Can't be at the game, but hey, what can I say? So, what is our topic today? Well, the topic today is the metric ladder. And the metric ladder is a tool that we use to convert one unit inside the metric system into another unit in the metric system. For example, you might hear milligram. Well, how many grams is a milligram? Or how many milligrams is a gram? Or how many centigrams or kilograms or all those sort of things. So the metric system uses what we call powers of 10. Okay, there's no nines or sevens or anything like that. We're always moving a decimal point, which is basically amounting to multiplying or dividing by 10, 100, a million, a billion, whatever. Okay, so the metric system uses these simple numbers, and I'm just going to write here for now. Simple numbers like 10, 100, 1,000, 1 million. Okay, uses big numbers like that. And it also uses little numbers like this: 0.1, 0.01, 0.000001, all kinds of things like that. Okay, so when we multiply by 10, 100, a million, 1 millionth, 1/10, our actual numbers that we're dealing with in the question are not going to change. The only thing that's going to change is the fact that there might be some extra zeros show up, or a decimal place might be moved either to the right or to the left. Okay, now some teachers will say, well, multiply this by a million, or multiply this by 0.001. Well, no doubt about it, that is true, but I've got a little tool here called the metric ladder that I want to teach you. And you'll see, if you take a look up on our wall in room 3 at AEC, you will see that there's this same picture of the metric ladder. And so I'll take this little corner off. And there are a couple of handouts that actually match this lesson. And one of it is more, this is the one that starts off the metric ladder, and it says the metric system uses special prefixes, syllables at the beginning of a word. Okay, so there's that handout with the chart down on the bottom. And on the flip side of that page, you will see some little bit of silliness there. You can read through that, and it's really a good resource for you. Okay, so the metric ladder is on the bottom of the second page. And in this video, I will be using the metric ladder with some actual examples. Okay, so there we have the metric ladder again up at the top. So I've recopied this metric ladder here, and if you would like to make additions to your metric ladder, that would be a good thing. So we see all these different prefixes like kilo, hecto, deca, centi, milli. Now there's some prefixes there that are way more popular than others, and I know that that's a fact. Like, when do we ever use deci? Well, rarely. When do we ever use hecto? Not very often. Deca, even less often. But we do know that kilo means 1,000. If I have a kilometer, that means 1,000 meters. A kilogram means 1,000 grams. A kiloliter means 1,000 liters. Okay, now that one we know, and I'm going to go over to the other side and show you what a couple of those other ones are. Centi, I'm going to go with this one and these two. Those three that I marked are the most popular ones in our culture anyway. I know a friend of mine, he's from Europe, and he uses deca a lot. He uses deci a lot. So it depends on where you're from, but in Winnipeg, Canada, milli, centi, and kilo are probably the three main prefixes that we use, but we're going to learn a whole bunch of them. So centi means 1/100th, and it's like this, 1/100. And what is that as a decimal? It's equal to I'm going to say 0.01. It's a little messy there, sorry about that. And what does milli stand for? I'm going to go over here and write it out. Milli stands for 1,000th. And as a decimal, it's 0.001. I'm going to take this off and write it nicer. Okay, get the light shining here. It's still there. Let's see if I can get rid of there. We are. Okay, so there's some special values. Now we talked about in class, if I was ever to multiply something by 0.001, none of the numbers would change. Nothing would change as far as the number. If I'm multiplying 9.783 times this here number 0.001, I'm still going to have my 9, my 8, my 7, and my 3 all as a family. They are not going to get split up. Okay, that's the beauty of the metric system. There's nothing like 36 and 12 and 17, 60 and all those kind of crazy numbers you find in the imperial system. So everything in the metric system is based on these base units. So the main unit of length that we talk, or distance that we talk about, is the meter. That's the main one. And the meter is spelt the French way, M-E-T-R-E, and that's the symbol for meter, little m. The measure for mass, now we'll loosely call this weight, but it's really mass, is gram, and the symbol for gram is little g. And then for volume, the unit that we want, that we use for volume is the liter, and that is an L, not a 1, it's an L. Okay, so you got to look at the context. So on the second page, the flip side of the first page I showed you, I gave you a few examples, and I'm just going to write in red over here in the corner, down here again, M means millimeter. Okay, so our base unit always is the second letter. If I have mg, then that would be milligram. Or if I have, what else? ml would be milliliter. Okay, so the first one is the prefix that you see up here, and then the second one is the base unit. Okay, so that means millimeter. This one here, there's two letters. Well, K, kilo or kilo. G is the base unit gram, so kg means kilogram. 1,000 grams. And what else do we have there? CL. CL. What do you think that means? Well, C. Would you see a C? Something start with a C up top there? Yeah, you see centi. And then what starts with an L in our base unit? Liter. So this is a centiliter. Okay, so this little blurb here was on the second page. And you almost always have two letters representing your unit, except of course for DAMs, which is decim. Did I do that wrong? I may have. Yeah, it's the decameter. That would need three letters, so I'll just put it here. DAM. Okay, DAM means decameter. That's the only exception. Okay, and looking at my page, I am right. Okay, so that's good. So let's carry on here, and let's see if we can do something with this metric ladder. Let's, as I said, it's a tool for just being able to convert one to another. Okay, I'm going to take these fractions and decimals out of here. And we're going to take our page, that worksheet, the one that says change 28 meters into some number of kilometers. Okay, let's just put that right there, this page. Okay, so watch how we do this. 28 kilometers. Sorry, 28 meters, my bad. So 28 meters is equal to some unknown amount of kilometers. Okay, well, we've got meters, so we're right here. Now there's one concept that we need to agree on, and I am sure that you know this already. I know you know this already. But this chart is about bouncing around our decimal place, and I don't see a decimal point there, but actually there is one, and it's assumed to be right here. That's where the decimal place or point would be put if you were to put one in there. So here we go. We're going from meters to kilometers. Let's see where we're going to go. We start here, meters, and we're going to jump till we get to kilometers. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write my 28 over here, like this. And I'm going to jump 3 jumps to the left. 1, 2, 3. And put my decimal place right there. But I have to put a 0 in there as a placeholder. So what is my answer? My answer is 0.028 kilometers. Okay. Now that might seem like kind of an unintuitive measurement or unit. Well, we're not worrying about whether it's intuitive or not. That's not the point of this. We're just making a change from one unit to another. Okay, so let's do the rest of these on this page together. Okay, number 2 is 9.72 grams is equal to some number of milligrams. Okay, I'm going to go down in the bottom here, and I'm going to rewrite my 9.72. And then I'm going to just bounce my decimal place around as necessary, and then put my answer back up there on the line. Okay, so I'm going from grams, which is a base unit, to milligrams. Okay, let's see. I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3. That means I got to jump 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'll put my new decimal place right there, which means I've got to fill this spot in with a placeholder, and the only digit we can use as a placeholder is 0. So my answer is 9,720 milligrams. A milligram is a unit we use to measure the size of pills, that sort of thing. Like an aspirin or a Tylenol might be 325 milligrams, or you might be on some sort of medication that's 10 milligrams or something like that. So milligrams are very often a good unit used for medication. Okay, so here we go. Let's keep going. I sure hope I'm not making any mistakes here. So let's see, 14.67 kilometers is equal to, let's see, what unit are we going to? Centimeters. And I know. Where are we going to use this in real life? Well, not necessarily anywhere yet, but you need to know how to make one unit into the other, okay? So we're going from kilometers over here all the way to centimeters over there. And we're going to go, let me rewrite this, 14.67, just so I can do my dipsy doodling around here. We're going to go from kilo down to centi. And you don't count this as 1. You count the first jump as 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jumps. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decimal point. Put in your zeros to hold the place. And let's see, what does that give me? That gives me a real big number. That gives me 1,467,000 centimeters. Wow, that's a crazy amount. Okay, so let's see if you can do the last 2 on your own, because I think I've already shown you what you need to be shown, and who knows, maybe it's break time soon, maybe it's time to go home soon, I don't know. So Marissa's taking care of you today, and Anne, and I shall see you on Thursday. Have a great day, and thanks for listening. Have fun doing your homework. Bye.